Hi, everybody. This is Eating for Meaning. I'm your host, Millie Lytle, or Dr. Millie. I'm a naturopath and I'm a certified nutritionist. And we are exploring all the sun signs and how to eat for each different sun sign, whether it's your sun sign. Also, do check out your ascending or your rising sign as well as your moon sign, because that can also affect your health and how your body functions in relationship to food. As we're ascending, as we're becoming more spiritually aware, it's also very important to be in touch with our body, and our body are our temple. Your body is your temple, and so it's very important to not be perfect, but to be aware of what you're putting in your mouth. If we look at the food that's on the shelves of the grocery store, then if we think of it from a sinister perspective, which I can't help but do so because I do see the food that we're forced to eat if we select mainstream food as a form of population control. Because the food that we're eating is making us sick. It's giving us diabetes. It's giving us allergies. It's giving us high blood pressure. It's giving us food cravings. It's not by accident that so many Americans, so many North Americans, and even Western Europeans, Northern and Western Europeans, and now extending into Africa and the countries of the world that accept aid food, it's no wonder that we're suffering more and more from the Western chronic illness, which are related to obesity, related to cholesterol and blood sugar more than cholesterol, to be honest, stress, migraine headaches, pressure, tension, depression, anxiety, cravings. And so the food that we're eating, if you think about it, is the biochemistry that you're putting into your body every day, 3 to 6 times a day. Or if you're not eating good food, then it's the biochemistry that you're not putting into your body those opportunities during the day. And this is affecting your health every single moment you're alive. And it's creating at the root level, at the root cause, how resistant you are to cold and flus, how much energy you have, how well you feel during the day, what your mood fluctuations are like, what your cravings are like, whether or not you have to self-medicate with coffee, alcohol, take prescription medications or over-the-counter medications, whether you're in the medical system, how much you have to be included as part of the medical system, which is the sick care system that so much of us are facing. If you pay attention to your food, then you remove yourself from that common denominator for which so many people are being systemically controlled by the food that we're given, the food that's available to us by convenience, by first glance, because all the food in the grocery store shelves contains, if not hidden, but if you read the ingredients, you know it's there, but soy, corn, genetically modified foods, sugar beet or genetically modified canola oil, and genetically modified foods are altering genes, okay? Because the genes of the food itself is altered, and it can also alter our own genes, not to mention our cells on a more short-term level. It's a very concentrated amount of pesticides that you're getting. And what do pesticides do? They kill insects. And so if these are strong enough to kill insects, then imagine what they're doing to the cells of your body, not to mention pesticide levels are not controlled. They spray whenever they want. They put fungicides on seeds as much as they like. There's really very little FDA regulation, and there's very little understanding of how much chemical exposure we're getting. Chemicals are war, okay? It is warfare. It is a form of population control. I believe this very strongly. In order to become enlightened, in order to become in touch and in control of our own health and in our own evolution, then we really do need to take ourselves off the grid in a lot of the perspective, take ourselves off of prepackaged foods. And that's all the convenience foods that you might be used to eating. Now, am I saying that you can't eat any foods that you like ever again? I'm not saying that. However, I am saying that we need to develop a new palate, and this happens gradually. It is possible. We just have to expose ourselves to better quality food so that once you do that, once you start exposing yourself to better quality of food, increase your fruits and vegetable consumption, then you're no longer as vulnerable to illnesses, as well as to cravings, as well as to the control that this cheap, manufactured, overly processed, undernutritious, caloric food gives us. Okay, I am available for consultations. I am going to offer a very special price. My consultation fees as a naturopathic doctor are pretty high. They're $550 for the initial. They're $400 for follow-ups. I do have some packages, but I am going to offer a very special rate to my YouTube followers. This is a new channel for me. I really want to get myself in front of you, and I really want to help you as much as possible. I'm absolutely committed to helping people ascend from a nutritional perspective, as well as, mind, body, soul. This is all related to our health. And so I do mind, body, soul readings. Those are oracle card readings. I do them weekly here on YouTube. I just started, but this is something I'm going to continue. I can do a mind, body, oracle reading for you alone for the price of $50. And that's about a 20-minute reading. And we pick cards associated with what your question is. And that's in whatever way you're thinking about your relationships or your life or your health or your job, because it's all holistic. Okay. And I'm trying to help people improve their health in all of these ways, as we're all trying to, on a mission to ascend and trying to be the best possible versions of ourselves. The world, there's been no better time to do this work for yourself, because the world needs good energy, positive energy. It needs us uniting. It needs us sending positive energy to the powers that be, to the negative forces, to the dark side. We all need to unite. We're here for a reason. We're here for a mission. And this is part of my mission, is to help you accomplish that. So mind, body, soul oracle readings are $50, and you can go onto my website at milliesays.com and book that. And this is only for my YouTube subscribers, okay? And you can also go on to my eatingformeaning.com page and book these. I am also doing horoscope readings, so medical astrology readings for you as an individual. We'll look at your sun, your moon, and your ascending, and we'll go over your main concerns, and I'll help you work out which foods you should be eating. This, again, is a very special deal. This is going to be $50, and you can book that right away. And I'm not sure how long these are going to last, but definitely I'm going to offer these for a little while as I build my channel. If you know anybody who's interested in taking advantage of one of these readings, please do have them come onto my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate it, guys. I really want to reach as many people as possible. I think that this movement is really growing. We need to be physically fit. It's not enough just to be spiritually fit. And I do not mean, you need to go to the gym. I'm not saying don't do that, but that's not really where we get fitness and health. We get fitness and health from tuning into ourselves and learning how all the inner workings of our mind and our soul and our spirit, as well as our physical, are affecting our physical being. We need to be strong physically. We need to be, warriors and activists. We need to have energy. We need to have a clear mind. We need to have a clear channeled heart. We need to know what our mission is and to know our purpose. And in order to be doing this, we need to be as healthy as possible. So I'm here to help you accomplish your vision and help you accomplish your nutrition goals and your health goals, so that you can be the best activist, the best mission agent that you possibly can be. So if you think you're a twin flame, or if you're a twin flame, or if you're a Blu-ray, or if you're a star seed, or if you're a mission pioneer, or if you're a soul star, wherever you feel like you are, if you know which galactic family you've come from, intergalactic family you've come from, then I'm definitely here to help you. And if you are confused as to what is happening to you, if you're confused or scared by what you're seeing or what you're feeling, or how people are responding to you in terms of your spiritual gifts, please do not be dismayed. This is part of your awakening. This is part of your gift. This is part of your soul's purpose. We are all going through this. You are not alone. And so if you feel alone, then please do reach out to me and connect, because it's really important that we unite and that we are aware of what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the light in this video. I don't know why it's changing so much, but I'm just going to take that as a lot of energy is coming through right now. And so stay tuned for your, thanks so much again for liking, subscribing. If you'd like to take advantage of one of my special offer readings, either for a mind, body, soul oracle reading, or which I'm also doing for Integral Fitness, their conscious dinner, their conscious family dinners coming up in December in New York. So I am offering them, I'm going to be offering them for free for that dinner, for the price of admission of the dinner. I'm not sure if they're still taking bookings or not for that, but so it is something that I'm going to be doing publicly as well. I do this within my practice, but I'm just offering these by themselves for $50. Or if you'd like the astrology portion, if you'd like to know what to eat for your sun sign, rising, and moon sign, then before we book that appointment or before we have that appointment, I'll have to know that information about you. And I'll have to know what your chief complaint is in terms of your nutrition. And then I'll give you also a 20-minute session, nutrition session. Okay, so again, thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. It really means a lot to me. And I'm going to try to respond to everybody's, but stay tuned for your sun sign as it relates to your nutrition. This is Medical Astrology on Eating for Meaning. Thank you. Hi, Libra, and welcome to your nutritional astrology. I'm Dr. Millie, and Libra governs the excretory functions through the skin, through the kidneys, through the buttocks, the digestion, and through the adrenals. So it focuses more on absorption, assimilation of the nutrients, and then excretion primarily. This zodiac sign rules the lower back, the kidneys, and the ovaries. Now, I just did discuss in Virgo that there can be lower back issues in Virgo as well. And so as you move down from the top with Aries down to the bottom of the feet with Pisces, there is some overlap between the signs as the borders areas of the body kind of get closer together, and there's some boundary areas that tend to affect more than one sign. There's also internal organs that affect other areas of the body superficially, and so there could also be relationships and overlaps in terms of, for instance, the intestines, the digestion affects a lot of different signs, okay? And so Libra is no exception. Libra is also ruled, so the lower back, what else is in the lower back region? The kidneys are right there. The kidneys are retroperitoneal. They sit on the back above the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are right there underneath the kidneys. And the ovaries are on the front, or in women, they're in the lower pelvic area. It's found that women falling under the sign of Libra tend towards a lower immune system. So you really do have to protect your immune system by resting, by getting a lot of sleep, by not worrying, by not overdoing it or having too many stimulants, and by making sure you're well nourished. Libras generally experience different kinds of infections, and most Librans have sensitive skin. So there are some diseases that are caused to treat people when the moon enters the zodiac sign. So if you're a Libra moon, then this Libra moon causes issues in the bladder, issues in the ovary, and in women, and also in the kidneys. So people with Libra in their moon might have urinary tract infections, might have urgency, might have burning, might have an increased need for more water, for more fresh fruits and vegetables so that it flushes the kidneys out, for cranberry, for watermelon, for celery, for cucumber, because these are cooling. These keep the kidneys and urinary tract from burning. They keep them, there's some acids in cranberry, and there's D-mannose, which is a type of sugar which does not spike your blood sugar, but that removes bacteria from the tract, the lining of the urethral wall. And so it's bacteriostatic, or it keeps bacteria under control. To an extent, it might even be antibacterial. Now, whereas stimulants, sugars, dairy, gluten, and wheat, white sugar, white flour, these things can be pro-inflammatory and can promote kidney infections. So alcohol certainly can do that. Dehydration can do that. Having too much sugar, candy, sweets, soft drinks, juice, All of these things can promote a kidney infection, as well as poor hygiene. So you do want to definitely use good hygiene, especially wiping front to back. With intercourse, you definitely need to be clean. Wear cotton underwear with women who are prone to any kidney infections. There can also be trace inflammations in the kidney, as well as strep infections in the throat. So we also did see that Taurus gets strep infections in the throat, but this is also true of Libra. And so there can be bacterial accumulation. So again, it's eating low sugar, making sure you're having foods with natural antibiotic and antiviral properties. So garlic and ginger, good bacteria which help to crowd out bad bacteria. So you might want to do a chewable probiotic. Once you have a strep infection, once you have a kidney infection, they tend to return. Then your body knows you have a susceptibility to this condition, to this problem. And this can be part of your chart, your sun sign or your moon sign or your natal chart. But this also, once the first time it's experienced, then you have a weakness in that area of the body. So while I'm not a medical astrologer per se, I'm a naturopathic doctor, but once the way that we look at psychosomatic medicine is we do merge the mind and the body so that stress, mental ruminations or processes, depression, anxiety, how we outlet our stress, whether or not we have good coping mechanisms. These relate to the physical aspect of the body, but also we can tell what diseases are going to occur in the future based on what symptoms happen on a general basis. Now, you might think that it's normal for you to have to go to the bathroom every time you have a drink of beer. To think that might be normal for you, but that in fact is not normal. That's a sign that you have a sensitive bladder or you have an overactive bladder, and alcohol could be making that problem worse. It could also be gluten that's making that problem worse. So gluten is the protein that's found in wheat, spelt, rye, barley, and kamut. And all of these grains contain gluten. Wheat contains the most. Wheat also has so much pesticide on it, which also causes sensitivity or non-celiac gluten sensitivity in people. And Libra is no exception. Libras can be very much affected by these foods that cause inflammation, that cause infections. So if you go to the doctor regularly and there's trace bacteria, or if you generally find you have to wake up too many times in the middle of the night, then these can be common to Libra. So you do want to strengthen your bladder by taking juniper berry, by doing nettle and alfalfa flushes, by taking oil of oregano, by taking cranberry or D-mannose regularly. And when I say cranberry, I'm not talking about ocean spray. I'm talking about pure, unsweetened cranberry juice. It's very, very, very tart. It's just the crushed berries, and you dilute it in water when you drink it. So it almost tastes like lemon juice, but it's red. And so you put about a quarter in a glass, and then you put 3/4 of water in order to dilute it, and you drink that. And if you really do want to rely on the diet in order to relieve kidney or urinary tract, in order to get rid of a kidney infection, you really do need a combination either of natural antibiotics as well as no sugar in your diet, or you need the help of a professional, because kidney infections can be serious and they can lead to kidney damage. If it's a urinary tract infection, you're just simply having urgency, you're not having lower back pain or tenderness when you urinate, then this is much easier to resolve. There are some herbs like uva ursi also that can help to recover from a kidney infection, or sorry, a urinary tract infection. And so you have to know how serious it is and what your limit is. I also do recommend putting probiotics like in the underwear on a pad. This is really important. Some people do yogurt in the area as well, or eat yogurt with good bacteria to help to crowd out the bad bacteria. There can also be mild inflammations in the ovaries. So there can be tender ovaries, tender during ovulation or on palpation. So if you go to your doctor and you get a physical, a pelvic exam, then there might be some tenderness. So grapeseed extract is excellent for ovarian health. So, seedless anything is not good for you. You really, really do want to be eating the seeds, crunching the seeds, especially if it's organic. If it's conventional, it's usually treated with fungicide, and that's toxic. So we want to try to get organic as much as possible. But I do recommend eating grape seeds, chewing them. And if you don't want to chew them, and also pomegranate seeds and also apple seeds, because it's the seeds that contain a lot of the medicine, and this is good, very good for the Libras. If you don't want to have the seed, then I recommend taking the supplement. And other bacteriostatic or antibacterial herbs and nutrients are ginger and garlic, and can be cilantro, excellent for getting rid of toxins from the bladder and the urinary tract, especially heavy metals, parsley, basil, rosemary, and oregano, which is the big one, oil of oregano. Now, you don't want to take too much oil, but you want to follow the instructions on the bottle. However, if you take a natural steeped thyme tea, fresh thyme leaves with some raw honey, this can be really good for treating these kinds of inflammations and infections. Always keep in mind turmeric. It's one of the most anti-inflammatory herbs as well. So, people with their moon in Libra are susceptible to waterborne diseases, so susceptible to E. coli. So if the sprouts are contaminated, or if the spinach or the lettuce is contaminated, or if you go to a different country where the water is different, then they're likely to get these kinds of infections. So you do want to make sure that you're always taking probiotic, eating reliable foods that have been fermented properly, kombucha, carrying either tea tree or oil of oregano with you, and definitely filtering your water. Always take bottled water. And not that I totally recommend bottled water. I don't. You just want to filter your water. Regular bottled water just in our houses are mostly just filtered tap water, and so you're paying to have it stored in plastic for you, which has its own problems. And so I just recommend, if you can't get your water in glass, then just filter it and add a little Himalayan salt to it. Himalayan salt is also great for the kidneys. It keeps the hydration up, and you can put that in a little salt water. It helps keep you regular as well. Skin diseases and infections are also common in Libra. So this can come from makeup that's been contaminated. You can get fungus around your nose, around your mouth, and your nails. You can get a sty in your eye from using contaminated mascara. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping your skin healthy by eating lots of citrus fruit, lemons, limes, grapefruits, good fats like coconut. Coconut is antibacterial, antimicrobial, as well as extremely moisturizing. And you want to reduce your heat. So again, back to the foods that help to clear out the urinary tract, like watermelon, celery, cucumber, foods with a lot of water in them, lettuce. But also burdock root is really good for cleaning out the blood, yellow dock, arugula, lots of bitter greens, very good for getting rid of infected blood, or cleaning the blood. Now, hives can also be an allergy, or they can be an infection, and so it's also really important to make sure that you're not having yeast infections or fungal infections, or if you're having warts, or if you're having toenail infections, or fungus on your toenail, or a jock itch, or that white pattern that happens on people who have tinea versicolor or tinea corpora, which is a fungus on your skin. And so you can apply Vicks Vapor Rub, or you can apply coconut oil with some lavender and orange oil, or coconut oil with some tea tree oil, and you make sure that you apply it regularly. You always want to dilute tea tree because it can burn the skin. People with their sun in Libras are born with brain and beauty. That's what they say. So you want to keep it that way. So the kidney is targeted as the weakest organ in these people. And so you do definitely want to make sure that you're not suffering from too much kidney inflammation. If you do have low back pain, you definitely want to make sure you're drinking lots of water with good acid, with lemon in it, with the cranberry juice, taking the juniper berry, strengthening your kidneys, chrysanthemum, also herbal teas with schisandra berry that help to really get rid of excess waste product, and strengthening the kidneys and the adrenal glands as well, with licorice tea, licorice with rhodiola, or licorice with ashwagandha, or licorice with eleuthero, or one of these adrenal strengthening herbs. Himalayan salt in water as well, I mentioned, because all of these minerals, these trace minerals, are going to help strengthen the kidneys and the adrenal glands, reduce stress, make sure that hydration is balanced, blood pressure is balanced. Dry patches on the skin, itchy skin, acne are common in Libras. And so you want to make sure that you're also getting a lot of purple foods, purple fruits and vegetables, pomegranates, blueberries, blackberries, cherries, black radish, purple cabbage, blue potatoes, excellent for Libras. Also omega-3, sources of omega-3. So I mentioned coconut oil, but also avocado and also the oils, the essential oils from grapefruit and lemon. So the pith part, and those are anti-inflammatory, good for skin. Also flaxseed, chia seed, excellent seeds for the skin. Walnut, great for the skin. Libras get tired really fast, so that's preserving the kidney or the adrenal issue. And so you want to make sure that you're resting and relaxing and not putting too much stress on yourself. You really do need balance in your lifestyle as a Libra. So you want to make sure that you're not spending all your time working and running around, that you really do have time to rest. R&R is really important for you. Libras can also suffer from headaches. They're not as serious as migraines, but they can come from dehydration. They can come from not eating enough nutrients in the diet. So fresh fruits and vegetables, really important to keep kidneys clean. Now that can be raw or cooked, but if they're raw, then the more water content. The only thing I say as if you are a Libra and you're suffering from elimination problems like loose stool, then you do want to be careful about eating too many salads because those can be hard to digest. So whereas Libras really do need salads, regularly, which is different than Cancers and Virgos that might need more cooked vegetables, or even Leos that might need more cooked vegetables. Libras do need salads, but depending on what your own individual health is, if you have loose stool, then you want to avoid salads, okay? At least for the time being. Thanks so much, Libra. Take care.